Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to review a screwdriver that I just picked up. It's obviously a Klein Tools, and I picked it up at my local Harbor Freight, and its part number is 32561, and it is the Stubby multi-bit screwdriver and nut driver. So, and here's the tool right here, as you can see, and it's, it looks very reminiscent to, your traditional Klein screwdriver, but they've kind of done something trick with it, and it's basically just shrinking it down into something a lot smaller. And we'll take a quick view on what's all in there. I mean, starting off bits wise, your traditional number 2, your slot nose 3/16, quarter, and then you use, I'll show you here this part, you actually have two hex drive bits that are 1/4 and 5/16. So it's nice as you're able to, drive in those smaller screws or fasteners that may be those sizes on the job site. But in essence, and we'll give you a little tear down here, right? In essence, you're looking at the same thing, but on a minimalist scale. So on one end, you got your screwdrivers, your flat nose, and your number 1. That's going to be more so in line, I think, with this guy. There's your number 1. And they use ball detents inside there, right? Obviously, because these are also used for screws directly. So those fit right back inside there. Nice, good fitment. Nice, good engagement. They don't slide out easy. They stay pretty firm. And overall build is nice. That has a good, strong detent to the ball. And then on the opposing side, you have the number 2 and the larger slot nose. So much like the standard. So, once again, very similar to what's here with the larger one, but on a much smaller scale. And for me, I actually find myself, as of late, sticking to these smaller screwdrivers for a majority of tasks. And maybe it's because it's just a lot easier to carry these around. But I do like my fair share of stubbies. I mean, you can see quite a few here. We've reviewed some of these. I mean, Klein, this is definitely not exactly the same ballpark, but has multiple bits inside there. But size-wise, I mean, we're all used to stubbies being, my snap-on here, just a tad bit longer, but this carries essentially a 6-in-1 driver, right? Or the traditional stubbies. The Milwaukees, two kind of really don't fit in here, but worth noting. And then here's the one that actually is a 2-in-1, right? You got your slot nose and your Phillips on one end. But even at that, with less tools, it is still the same, roughly the same length between the two there, guys. So really cool. Oh, and then you can't forget the vessel. I've reviewed this one a while back as well if you want to hear about it. But the vessel is super stubby, and it is reversible with the flat nose. So I do like this a lot. This is really good for tight spaces. But I really like that Klein came out with this. And I don't know if this is a new one. I think it's a new drop. You guys let me know. But I saw it for the first time recently. And it's actually really nice. It has the same rubber overmold that obviously fastens out or slides on top of here and stays really tight. So good grip, right? Good hex shape to grab. And I love that they always put on the tail end, what you're working with. So this is a Stubby multi. So if it's in your tool bag or in your pocket or what have you, and you're peeking down, you know exactly which one you're grabbing when you're pulling it out of your bag. So yeah, and it's nice here too is they even carry the part number, once again, 32561, right? And here's the famous, right, standard screwdriver. There's the 32476. They do a great job with that. Now I was trying to see if on here, because they did a good job pronouncing these teeth in here, one for grip, but I was trying to see if you could actually fit a end wrench on there, and you can't. The count is off, so it does not fit. But you still can grab, right, a wrench if you get a really tight fastener, right? And I don't obviously recommend doing that, but if you're in a tight place and you got to get it done, you got to get it done. you can grab it like that and put extra torque on it to release that fastener. So that definitely works. But all in all, it's got a nice construction, nice bits. Klein always does a good job in that realm. And these this tool set is actually made in Taiwan, so good place. Klein Tools is obviously out of Chicago, Illinois, excuse me. And you know, some of the basic components right here, the cushion grip that they have on it, and it talks about holding the 4 screwdrivers. So yeah, really cool, nice little setup. I actually wanted to test real quick. This is a first time for this, so you're with me on this. Huh, that fits just fine. So you could turn your standard into a nice short stubby, or maybe vice versa. Let's try, actually I take that back, you can't do it this way because it won't go through the backside. But if you want to turn your standard into a semi-stubby, then you have the ability to swap between the two. And let's see if you're, I don't know if you're limited to just that. Yeah, you might just be, if you have a multi, I don't have one out here right now, but you might be able to switch this into others as well. So worth noting. And let's look at it functionality wise. We'll put it on here and see how she works. For those of you who might be interested, really easy to grab. Put on the screw or fastener and tighten her down tight. Yeah, functionality is great. I'm going to push it with a smaller screw. Should be probably using a number 1, but this will still work. Yeah, works great. Feels great in the hand. Overall dimensions. It's going to carry roughly the same dimension. It might be just a smidge smaller, and maybe this is older and it's kind of fatigued, but dimensions-wise in your hand, it's going to be roughly the same size. You can see how they changed the profile. It's a little more aggressive up here than the older version. But all in all, I like it. I think it's a good screwdriver that I will use. So I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. What do you think of Klein? Once again, Home Depot, pricing wise, I actually bought this on clearance too. That's what caught my eye. I think they have a clearance sale where these are going for, I think it was $7. I think they're normally $9, but you know, sub $10 screwdriver that gets it done. So really good. And Klein, I think Klein's might be a little bit hit or miss with warranties. I've heard some not so much nightmare stories, but I think there's a 2-year limited warranty on them, and you have to take a picture, and they may even require you to, I think, send them in too to be inspected. But I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on the warranty process. But anyways, nice screwdriver, and yeah, hang in there, guys. Please like, please subscribe, and we'll bring you guys some more content here soon. All right, take care.